Jacinda Ardern has told Sky News that no final decision has been made, but we know that after Brenton Tarrant was sentenced to life behind bars without parole, that the New Zealand leader promised to speak with shooting survivors as well as family members of those killed to determine if they wanted the Australian man to serve out his unprecedented sentence in an Australian jail. We know that there is one major obstacle that has been acknowledged by Jacinda Ardern. There is no trans-Tasman prisoner transfer agreement, but the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, well, he has previously said that he is open to discussions and will also be guided by the views of families. As to what some of those views are, here's Jacinda Ardern, the New Zealand Prime Minister, sitting down with Sky News.
I have had some early feedback. I wouldn't say that it's concluded, but early suggestions are that families, wish to see that sentence served here. But that I wouldn't say that I've concluded those talks yet.
But it's quite likely that
that seems to be the early suggestion from the community.
Meanwhile, Peter, here in Auckland last night, Jacinda Ardern and Opposition Leader Judith Collins took part in the second leaders' debate of the election campaign. It was a fiery affair, much more heated than the first debate. There were some points of agreement, both leaders believing that New Zealand's parliamentary term should be extended to 4 years. We know that the October 17 election, only a couple of weeks away now, will be held alongside two referendums on euthanasia and the legalisation of cannabis. Jacinda Ardern last night admitting for the first time that she has smoked weed, but she says she did it a long time ago. She continues to be much less direct, though, when pressed as to how she'll be voting in the cannabis referendum. Jacinda Ardern says she doesn't want to influence the public. She wants to leave it to members of the New Zealand community to decide for themselves how they'll be voting.